Hello, I'm David Glass, Mayor of Petaluma, and we're at the Petaluma Animal Shelter with John Crowley. And John, this is Black Friday as we tape this, and it's been a phenomenal experience out here this morning with almost an hour to go, pets being adopted and finding forever homes.
It's wonderful. Absolutely crowded. I arrived here. I wasn't actually sure what was going on, but I see it's wonderful. A bunch of animals being cared for and adopted, and it's wonderful. I know the Petaluma Animal Shelter. I've just the highest regard for the people here. They do an amazing, amazing job.
And the people that volunteer, donate their money, come and adopt pets, the foster care program for animals, so that animals are taken care of away from an animal shelter on their way to finding someone that adopts them. The game plan here, it is so thorough and it intertwines so perfectly. It's all about community, and if you don't have a community that's good to the animals, what kind of a community are you?
That's very true, actually. I think it's a sign of a good society is how we treat our animals, and I think Petaluma would treat them fairly well.
I want to talk about things that have happened in Petaluma over the most recent past. We went through an experience with Occupy Petaluma that was unique. It was peaceful. There were demonstrations. There was even an occupation at Penry Park that was worked out with the neighbors. And things evolved where everyone had a chance to experience their First Amendment rights, the rights to assemble peacefully, and to make a statement about a social condition that was going on not just in Petaluma but throughout the country.
Yes, I remember actually. I went to a couple of the meetings up in Penry Park, and it was a great thing. It really was, and it was done with the city in cooperation, respectfully with the neighbours, and as you said, it was a very excellent, peaceful demonstration of our rights, of voicing our rights, and I think we'll be heading to one later on today.
It'll be interesting to see. I hope that that plays out as positive of an experience as the Occupy peace movement.
Absolutely, it's about building community. It's about building bridges through other networks and creating a tighter community. I mean, Petaluma has got an amazing community. We can always do better. We can always build more community. You can't say, okay, we've had enough. And I think certainly, I know the election of late has kind of caused a lot of people to rethink a lot of things, and one of the things that has come out of this is the desire to create community, to build bridges, to fill up the gaps, and that's what this One Petaluma is about. I was part of the organizing committee, and we're going to be there in about 45 minutes, and the tone is going to be great. It's family, it's kids, it's multi-ethnic, it's multi-racial, it's multi-age, but it's everything. It's part of the community, and we want to make sure that everybody is welcome. And the message behind it is let's just get to know each other and create community, and place will be a better place for it.
When people get to know each other, a lot of the stereotype impressions go away and break down rather rapidly, and there's an opportunity then for people, once they know another person as a human being instead of a category, actually to empathize with predicaments that other human beings and challenges that they face.
Yeah, absolutely. We're siloed to a certain degree. When people do, it's called. I had an interesting conversation with somebody yesterday. They were from Canada, and she was from Canada. The mother was from Canada, French Canadian. The father was Italian, and that was considered a mixed marriage back in the 50s. It was, an Irish person marrying an Italian was considered a mixed marriage, and so we've come a long way since then. And so what I'm emphasizing by that is that these differences that we think we have, we actually don't. We're all the same human beings underneath it. We all want the same thing. We all care for the same kinds of things, and it's just a matter of getting to know the other person and bridging that gap. And when you do that, you start, as you say, realizing that we're all humans and we all want the same thing.
When people look at what transpired over the last couple of weeks, I think it's important to put a perspective on things too, that what the Constitution guarantees is not happiness itself. It guarantees the pursuit of happiness. And so Obviously, happiness is a goal that people want to achieve and should be entitled to pursue without restrictions. And so that really is what the Founding Fathers set up, was your opportunity to go on a journey and a path to pursue that happiness wherever it might take you in the pursuit of it.
Yes, it is. It's difficult, though, to kind of pursue happiness when we've got all these marketing people telling us that we will be happy if we buy the latest iPhone or the latest whatever. I really think this election has, for me anyway, it's and a lot of other people I know, it's kind of allowed us to slow down and think about really what it is that makes us happy. And for me, it's building community and living in a safe environment where I know people and where people know each other, and things are blowing away. Yeah. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. It really is about building community.
And it's up to everybody to kind of think these things out themselves. So I'm throwing out thoughts, and you will have a reaction to them. Other people will have a reaction as well. Yeah. Today, thinking about the event at Walnut Park, I couldn't help but thinking about John Lennon and the words that he wrote in such songs as Imagine all the people getting along. All he was saying was give peace a chance. Things like that, they're profound, and when you think about them, that really is the message back not only to Petaluma but to the greater world.
Yeah, it is, and it is give peace a chance. I mean, he was a genius. He did say some things that were seemingly simple, but as you say, they're very profound, and that's what we want here. We want, let's give peace a chance. I was very sad to hear Petaluma Police Department of some incidents that were happening since the election about acts against, I guess it'd be called hate crimes, happening even in Petaluma, which I'm just floored. I didn't think that would happen here. I really don't know what to say about it, but it tells me that that we need to reach out to people who feel they're in need of creating hate crimes. I don't know what to say, but it's a lack of empathy, education, outreach, and all those things can be bridged. And I think with this peace rally today, I think it's a message to everybody that we want to create one Petaluma.
I grew up in a household that experienced a good deal of poverty, and sometimes people in the community that know the background have asked me to share that, and I've been reluctant to do. But I'll tell you this, growing up in poverty, in a household raised by a widowed mother of 3, and being the first one in our household that actually graduated from college, went to college, I can empathize and relate to the challenges that people face, but so often it was put to me that it's not so much what you accomplish in life sometimes as what you overcome. And so what I would say to people that are faced with challenges right now, and there's a good deal of them that are facing challenges far beyond what we ever experienced in our household, and so I don't want to pretend that this is simple or easy, but to keep your eye on the ball and the opportunities that this country presents, the challenges that are there, and look forward to the walls that you can break down and the challenges that you can overcome. And at the end of the day, that will be the test, not just of this generation, but of this country, let alone this city. And so I would just say to people, let's deal with things respectfully. Take advantage of your opportunity to the constitutionally guaranteed right to assemble. Do it respectfully and peacefully. And I want to relay this about the philosophy of the Petaluma Police Department, that we have a police department that believes in community servicing and community approach and community input, and that the police department itself is your friend as you pursue your happiness in the community of Petaluma. And that is the goal of the department. It's the way the department is trained. It's the way they're debriefed after events that occur in this community. And in large part, it's why Occupy Petaluma enjoyed such a successful experience here in Petaluma that actually drew national attention and received coverage from the national media because of the way the gatherings took place and the respectfulness in Petaluma. And I hope that we can replicate that again, because the times that we're facing today, this too shall pass. And what will come out of it will be a better community. And so if people can stay with an idea focused upon that this is still, has been, and is the greatest country for presenting opportunity to all that come inside of its borders, and proceed with that goal and mission in line, and I hope in the words of John Lennon, we will all imagine successfully an outcome and give peace a chance. So with that, let's move on and talk about the things that are going on in our community that do bring people together.
Yeah, well, one of the things I want to make sure that people know about is we've got this wonderful event. It's with the Elam Lutheran Church, and it's carols and beer. I mean, singing carols together with drinking beer, what better kind of community building things can you do but that? You know, everybody's welcome. You don't have to be affiliated with the Elam Church or any other church for that matter. I'm going to be there, and we'll sing songs together. And singing songs together, it's a way of creating community together. And I hope you're going to be there. That's Thursday, December 22nd, Aqus Cafe, of course.
I'll try to be there, but you don't want to hear me sing.
We have a special section for you.
All right.
You and me, we're in that section over there.
I've been asked to sing the medley of Far, Far Away and Never Again.
Okay. So there are a wonderful whole bunch of things that, again, get people together. The Petaluma Downtown Association puts the Santa Rosa Riverboat Arrival. That's going to be Sunday, November 22nd. Whole list of things. The Festival of Trees, City of Lights Driving Tour, Merchants Holiday Open House, and the Holiday Lighted Boat Parade. All really, really great events that are community driven and community building. And I wanted to mention earlier the things that I'm very interested in, the whole idea of social capital and networks of people creating relationships within those networks. But what's most important are the bridging relationships between networks of people. So it is important to I guess reach out a little bit to people who may not be part of your immediate community and get to know them, and most amazing things will happen. And I hope you'll all come to these great events and sing with people that you've never sung with before. Anyway, on to a couple of other things. Creating a non-toxic home. The Petaluma Health Center and Daily Acts have teamed up together to create this really great workshop that talks about things in your home that are toxic to your kids and your dogs and yourselves. Do check it out. It's at the Petaluma Health Center. Great organization. And December 3rd.
Can we get a shot there of the bear? Can we get that bear in there? I mean, that is absolutely incredible.
It really is.
Now, during the drought, my wife was thinking that she might need a mask like that because I wasn't showering as often as maybe she would have liked. But we saved water, and, hopefully the drought doesn't go on into this year.
I hope not. No, I hope so. Just talking about those kinds of things, there are some serious toxic things in your home that you really need to know about. If you put you're cleaning the sink and you put ammonium in there, and then you put bleach, it creates a chemical reaction that can kill you. So anyway, go to this. Bring your kids. Bring your grandparents.
Your life depends on it. Okay, we don't want to make you disturbed or anything, but just bear in mind your life depends on that. It could kill you.
A whole bunch of wonderful, fun things happening in the Petaluma Arts Center as usual. We've got the Scattered Winds in concert, December 4th. Check out the website. They've got a nice set of events happening. The Idea Lounge, I'm going to be going to the Idea Lounge in December 15th. I'm actually going to be speaking at the Idea Lounge probably in March or April. But this is a great, it's bringing people out of our community who've got some really, really interesting things to share. So check that out, December 15th at the Tea Room. And this month we've got Ariana Strozzi and Rodney Gagnon.
The Idea Lounge?
The Idea Lounge. It's a program put on by the Petaluma Arts Center. I have two speakers each evening from one from the arts, one from real life is what they call it. And they're fascinating people. They really are fascinating things. They'll give a 20-minute talk about the things that they do. And then it's very much audience participation to get the audience to discuss the overlaps between the art and the real world.
I could see a need for this politically, but you know, you'd have to market it a little different. You go from the Idea Lounge to Get a Clue Lounge, you know, something like that.
we could do that. Oh yeah, here's another one of my favorites. This annual Wings of Glory concert at Aqus Cafe. That's going to be Saturday morning, December 17th. Wonderful gospel choir. It's fantastic. They their host is they practice out of Elam Lutheran Church. That's where I first saw them. Oh, probably 15-20 years ago. And you will definitely enjoy that. Come to Aqus Cafe on Saturday 17th. 10 a.m. in the morning. There's a couple of fun things happening. A new fun New Year's Eve ball happening. There's actually quite a few things happening in New Year's Eve. The Petaluma Museum has got its annual concert. That's a wonderful classical music concert. I believe that starts at 7 p.m. Some of the people out of the museum have put on a Viennese waltz that happens up at Herman Sons Hall. That is just absolutely spectacular. You've got to go see that, or go and dance. We went last year. We had a little bit of. I stepped on Diane's toes a little bit, but it was fine. She forgave me. But this is a new event. That's the Rivertown Revival Folk, and you know whatever they do is just absolutely perfect. A lot of fun. They're taking over the Petaluma Vets Hall, so it's going to be a big party. And I haven't got my tickets yet, but I will, I'm sure. I just got this flyer, but that's going to be a lot of the Monophonics are going to be playing, and it's just be there. Go to all three of them. Absolutely.
I always look forward to New Year's Eve. You know, and as I've gotten older, I used to celebrate New Year's Eve in the real time zone that I lived in, and then I started moving to, you know, the central time zone, and then I moved to the east time zone. Now I celebrate in London and call it a night. You know, so I don't know if I can make it up through all of these events, but I'll try.
Done by 3 in the afternoon, are you?
That's it, you know.
Here's a couple of things that I want to. So there's going to be holiday arts and crafts fairs going on all the time. I believe this Saturday the Craft Arena fair is happening. I don't think we're going to be on air. You'll probably see this after. But go to aquasnews.com. You'll find out a whole bunch of arts and crafts posters, flyers, information about that there. Here's one, December 10th, Petaluma Arts Association. And that's going to be happening at the the Petaluma Community Center, Saturday and Sunday, 10th and 11th of December. So I know this is a big one and a lot of fun. Yeah, my friend. Yes, my friends at Work Petaluma. They've always got really inspiring lunchtime lessons that happen on Friday lunchtime, obviously. And this one is going to be very interesting. A friend of mine wrote this book about left brain, right brain. What is it? The title's not here actually on the flyer, but it's left brain thinks, right brain laughs, or something like that. And I'm misquoting it. But check out their website. It's Work Petaluma. You'll be pleasantly surprised. A lot of good stuff.
Maybe that's one thing that's wrong. We have a left side of the brain and a right side of the brain, but we don't have a middle of the brain, evidently. So we never can really find a way to slice things out of the middle.
That is it. Well, you know what I think it'd be useful to have a middle part of the brain. Actually, that really
just goes to show you, if you're a little bit silly, you can get right to the crux of the problem.
That's it. We need the middle brain. Veg Curious, a great series of talks about the plant world. This one is a talk about, here, I'll hold up the flyer for you. Wednesday, November 30th. You're going to, yes, just in time for that. And this one is about food justice, how your food choices can change the world. And literally, they can change the world. It really depends on where you put your money and what you eat that can change the world. Oh, the Rivertown, these guys. Gary Vogelson, he's a well-known musician in Petaluma, very well respected, getting together with two other fantastic musicians for the Rivertown Trio. That's going to be Friday, December 16th, Aqus Cafe. That's the day before the
17th.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I love that. I think that's it for Yeah, just check out aquascafe.com. We're going to have a whole bunch of arts and crafts and holiday things happening there. It's not even December yet, and we're still talking about. We've just gotten over Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving meal?
It was great. Now, there's a story behind it being great. Okay. We're doing a kitchen remodel, and it's been going on for months now, see? So we got to go somewhere to have a meal that had actually been cooked in an oven. Oh. What a novel experience that was. It was great.
Okay. Good. We're going to be having a big one later on today, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, John, and congratulations on the wedding this year. And thank you for all that you've done, not only this year, but throughout in our community, making this a better community by keeping people informed and finding unique ways to bring people together and passing on the word about all of the great events that take place in Petaluma. There's a lot of research that John does that goes into this, and then there's a lot of silliness that I put into this, and he puts up with me. And we have a good laugh, and I hope you've enjoyed the programs as well. And I'm not saying couldn't do it without you. This is his program. It wouldn't happen without him, just like the things that go on at the Aquas. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much indeed, and we'll tune in next month.
And on behalf of Kaye Chandler, our producer, because it wouldn't happen without her either, we're all headed over to Walnut Park to peek in on the happenings that are happening there before we wrap up this program and call it a day. I'm David Glass from the Petaluma Animal Shelter, where it's Black Friday, and it has been a great day for the animals and the volunteers and the people, because many animals have been adopted for free on this Black Friday, and the animals are moving on out to their forever home. So until next time, it's been nice talking to you.
So today, we're here to declare Petaluma a place of peace and safety for all who seek it. So we're here today to celebrate our diversity and to take a stand for each other. Today is not about who we vote for. Today is about what we stand for. And when we look around, it's very clear what this community stands for. We stand for peace. We stand for respect. We're here to show our respect for each other. We're here to stand for decency. And we're here to stand up against discrimination in our community.
I want to share my story of how I grew up undocumented in Petaluma. I came to this country at 3 years old, came with my parents. We came from Lima, Peru. I was born there. And I didn't know what it meant to be undocumented until I started growing up. Now today, I'm the student body president of Santa Rosa Junior College as well.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here with you today. First of all, this is going to be on Petaluma Community Access, I'm sure, because Kaye Chandler is here. Let the people on the TV know that we're one Petaluma. Let them know that you're here. Let's hear from you. We are one Petaluma. The Dreamers brought it, hashtag one Petaluma. You can go and you can figure out how to be a part of this by consulting that hashtag. You know, I was asked today, what is it that you're going to say? And when I came here, I realized that you yourselves have written the best speech anybody could hope to deliver. What I want you to do is your signs that you've brought, see if you can present them in an angle that I can read them, because you're the message today with the signs that you have brought. That's what it's about. Black Lives Matter. Peace and love. Remember John Lennon, give peace a chance. That's all he was saying, give peace a chance. How profound that was. Be kind. Thank you. Is it too much to ask for kindness? We're all in this together. Certainly we are. This is Petaluma. that's against something, but it's about what we're for and what we're here about. And this is the American dream, and the dreamers have a right to dream. And they migrate, as the butterfly indicates, from one of the signs that is here, and that migration itself is beautiful and it's necessary actually for life itself. There's the butterfly over there. Thank you for bringing that. Love, not hate, liberty, justice, acceptance for all. That's what it's about. And that is what Petaluma is. And the signs are everywhere here today. And the signs go on and on and on. And as you walk today with this celebration, know that you're looking at the signs that reflect the values in what Petaluma is. And it is the honor and the thrill of my lifetime to be the mayor of the best community in the whole wide world. Thank you for being here today. God bless each and every one of you. You are the dreamers that make America what it is.
Well, look at all of you. You're out here instead of shopping on Black Friday. You know what matters, and that's peace, Petaluma, integrity, and open-mindedness. And that is the community we live in. More good news. We live here. We live in California. We live in the Bay Area. We live in the North Bay, and we live in Petaluma. The good news is we are involved. The bad news, and there is bad news, and that's why we're gathering, we're finally getting it, that we are up against some real challenges. We elected an individual talk show host, an individual who knows nothing about government and governing, and has thrown out so many issues that we all have to be. We have so many battles ahead of us that it's going to be hard to focus on which are the most important. And today's focus on peace is probably the most important.